Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. I wanted to come on because on Wednesdays now I want to start sharing information. What we gonna call it, y'all? A wealth of information Wednesday, or Wednesday what you need to know, or whatever. Anyway, so my son had a doctor's appointment. We switched him from a pediatrician to a primary care physician, and he went out. Well, we went to the doctor on I forget, it was one day last week, but anyway, he's asthmatic, so I wanted to go ahead and get his flu shot. So when we went to the doctor, they called me and told me that his vitamin D was low. My nails need some attention on y'all. Anyway, I'm just hiding our confidential information. But anyway, so he got a prescription for vitamin D, and he has 14 refills until this time next year. And he's to take these two pills. He has to take two of these a week by mouth. So since I got him today, I'm going to go ahead and give them to him today. Let him take them today, and he can, keep up with it. But I just wanted to make sure that he starts taking them. So what the doctor told me he says that with the onset of COVID, the medical professionals have understood that there's a lot of African Americans have a lack of vitamin D. And my sister and I had talked about this because she works for some doctor. She's an accountant, and she was telling me about some of the things that they be discussing and things like that. She's the one also, remember I told me about the server. I linked that when they talk about shoulder injury that you can get from a flu shot. And I actually had a viewer who told me that she's permanently disabled from her body's reaction to the flu shot. So anyway, it's best to do your research, your history, what may or may not affect you. But anyway, back to the vitamin D, because I can be all over the place, and I know it, I'm sorry, but I just want to be able to help somebody. Like I said, even if YouTube never gives me another dollar, I will stay here to share information, to share my recipes, because that's what I like to do. And I think when the Lord places you to do something, it's not always about money. It could be your blessing is in your ability to be able to help others. So I'm not, I don't get very many views, but I guarantee you come over here, you're going to learn something. But anyway, so with the vitamin D, what the doctors explained to us is that African Americans, because we have darker skin, vitamin D comes from the sun. The sun just don't penetrate our bodies like that. And so what happens is we have low or lack of. And so with these pills, he's going to take these two pills once a week. And like I told him, since we starting today, we're not going to wait till tomorrow, Friday, whatever. Since he started on a Tuesday, every Tuesday he knows he has to take these pills. And so he has the 14 refills. And so that means for every month he's going to have to do that until he goes back to the doctor. And I think it's next year. So I guess they'll just check it then. It's not like something that you have to take. And then how some medication you take and you have to go back to the doctor in 3 months for them to see, get your lab work to see how it's affecting your body, how it may affect your lungs or whatever. It's just very important that we take care of our bodies. And I've always been one to go to the doctor. I keep my appointments and things like that. And I told y'all about this. The last time I went to my primary care doctor, she fussed at me because she had prescribed this medication for me that I didn't take because I had read some bad reviews. And the pharmacist had even called me one time to ask me how did I have any symptoms after taking it. She said, well, but the pharmacists don't know your total history. She said, go ahead and take your medicine. And I kind of felt bad, but I was like, man, I don't want to take no medicine that make my joints. I might not be able to walk. So that kind of had me paranoid. But I mean, the total thing is she knows everything about my history. So maybe I don't have something that may affect me in that way by taking it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But all I want to tell you is when you go to your primary care doctor, when you take your children, because my doctor didn't do this for me. And maybe I told her that I was sluggish and whatever, and she did give me told me to take some B12 1,000 mcgs over the counter. And honestly, I don't take them like I should. I just don't do the sound of my voice. If the doctor tell you to take blood pressure medication, by all means take it. Because I know a lot of people say, I don't like that medicine. High blood pressure is the silent killer. Sometimes people don't even know they have it, and they go up in the doctor feeling like they fine, and that blood pressure one girl told me her blood pressure was 220 over 150. You know, people have a stroke with blood pressures that high. But anyway, I just want to show y'all. This is what the pill looks like. What they look like. And again, it's vitamin D3, I think it is. So y'all, make sure with your next doctor's appointment to get yours checked. I just wanted to share that information. It's Tuesday, but I'm going to share this in my Wednesday segments where I'm going to give you information every Wednesday. Much love to everybody. Welcome all my new subscribers. All love over here. Some of the health disparities that we see in African American adults may be partially due to the high prevalence of vitamin D deficiency in this population, says Steve Farrell, PhD, lead researcher on the study and senior investigator for the Cooper Institute. Our data shows that vitamin D deficiency is strongly associated with low fitness and obesity in this group. The body naturally produces vitamin D in response to the skin's exposure to sunlight. People with darker skin pigmentation, like African Americans, are at greater risk for vitamin D deficiency or insufficiency because the higher presence of melanin reduces the body's ability to produce vitamin D. Other common risk factors include not getting enough sunlight, sunscreen use, older age, and not eating much dairy or fatty fish. Symptoms of vitamin D deficiency include frequent illness or infection, slow wound healing, fatigue, bone and back pain, hair loss, muscle pain, and depression. And this comes from a study from the Cooper Institute.